What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are playing through today with Gastly. This is part of our Pokemon Playthrough Challenge, Pokédex 151. We named our Pokemon Fart, and we named our rival Sniffer. And the reason we did that is because Gastly is called Gastly, not Ghostly. So obviously there's some form of gas. It is a poison type as well. So my guess is Gastly is actually the ghost fart of a dead man or something like that. So that's my conclusion for why I made the our name that. And I made a rival Sniffer because I thought it was funny. And I'm immature as hell. So, Ghostly, or Gastly, I'm sorry. It's Gastly, not Ghostly. Gastly is a unique Pokemon. I don't cut away from any of this stuff other than like to slow down the game for our big fights. Early in the game, Gastly has a massive advantage that no other Pokemon will have. Other Pokemon may do well at the beginning part of the game, but not the advantage type that Gastly has. Gastly is Ghost type. In Generation 1, Ghost type cannot get hit by normal at all. Completely immune. There's nothing you can do against it. And unless you have... So the only thing that can attack us early in this game would be if our rival had Squirtle. Squirtle can do Bubble, but we chose Charmander. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then also Poison Sting, and then Brock's Onix can use Bide. And I'll explain that when we fight Brock. So a rival fight happens. We chose Charmander. We chose Charmander for a couple different reasons. Now... Pidgey cannot do anything to us other than use Sand Attack. That is it. Can't do anything else other than Sand Attack. And Gust won't hit us because Gust in Gen 1 is considered normal type. So we chose Charmander as our rival's Pokemon. The reason why. If we chose Venusaur, Venusaur is actually weak to us. It's grass poison, and we get psychic moves later, so we'll be super effective against that. So that wouldn't be very competitive early at all. And then if we chose Squirtle, Squirtle wouldn't have been a bad choice, but the problem is we get Thunderbolt at a pretty good point in the game after the third gym. So we would be super effective against Squirtle. And I know you guys think, well, Charmander's the same thing. But yeah, but Charmander and Charmeleon, you're still going to have a little bit of time before you're going to be that effective. And Thunderbolt will be effective against Charizard because he's flying type. But it was the best case scenario. What is going to be the most effective against me the longest? And I said, you know what? It's going to be Charmander. So that's why I did that. So early part of the game, like I said, nothing can hit you. So one of the few Pokemon that can hit you is actually Weedle, because Weedle has Poison Sting. It's not very effective. You're Poison type, so it's the same type, so it doesn't do a lot of damage. However, it still is the only thing that can hit you. But we're literally not taking on any extra battles that we don't have to. I mean, I take battles as they come, just to get the extra experience points, but I'm not running around trying to like grind for experience. I'm just taking battles that could naturally come to us in this game. So for example, this is a 2-shot. Why not take the 2 seconds, get a little bit extra experience points, and progress to the game? So again, another one, Lick. It's 2-shot. Why not get an extra 22 experience points for 3 seconds of work? Not a big deal to me, but we're not adding battles to this. So we get all the way to level 12 before we even get to... We haven't even done anything. We really haven't even tried to level up. So this is why I keep saying Ghostly. Gastly is such a good Pokemon to have early, because you can just do whatever you want and you don't have to worry about repercussions for your actions. Like, you don't have to worry about damage. So the Million Light Years trainer, you can blast through this guy and he won't do anything to you. The only thing you can do is this Sandshrew can maybe Sand Attack you. That's it. So 6 minutes and 20 seconds we end up facing Brock. You smell what the Brock is cooking. He's cooking up a sweet, sweet loss for himself. Wakanda forever! So Geodude comes out. Geodude has nothing that can touch us. Nothing that can touch us at all. Confuse Ray, that's just to help me knock him out a little quicker. But Nightshade does exactly the amount of damage that we have in levels. So for level 13, we're going to do 13 damage. For level 10, we're going to do 10 damage. So that's how this move progresses. Onix comes out. Now, on Onix, we're going to use Confuse Ray to help us do a little bit more damage. Okay, and does a little bit of damage there. Screech does lower our defense, but doesn't matter. Now, Bide is the one move... I'm going to pause this for a second. Bide is the one move that Brock can use. So, Bide skips over accuracy, and it skips over immunities. So, what that means is Bide, if we'd have done Nightshade... If he'd have done Bide like first move, and it went first... and we did Nightshade twice, he could deal back that damage double, and it can knock us out. That's the only thing Brock has that can knock us out. So, now, moving on. So, Wakanda forever! I think Brock looks like Black Panther. Look at him. He's got his arms crossed and everything like the Black Panther X. And now we're on Route 3. Route 3 is, like I said, not hard at all. Nothing here can really hit us except for, like I said, the Weedle. Weedle can hit us, and I don't think anything else has Poison Sting. Maybe Nidoran male and female might be able to. I don't remember. But these are not very hard battles. They're very trivial battles. But what's the thing you have to do with this Pokemon is you have to manage your power points. You have to be smart about your battles. So there's a big portion of this game where, by the way, if you haven't already, you should watch my prediction video. It goes over all the stats. It actually lays it all out for you. It lays over all the moves. It's about 8 minutes, but it lays all that out for you. It also lays out my prediction for this playthrough. So the problem with this Pokemon is typing really compensates for a lot of things early. However, what really is bad about this Pokemon is its moveset via level up. The 3 moves we have right now, you only get 2 other moves via level up, and that is Hypnosis and Dream Eater. And the first part of this game is just managing your power points. So you have to use Lick strategically. Lick is very weak. You're not going to do much with it. So you got to use it strategically. You also have to use Nightshade strategically. You only have 15 power points with Nightshade. Okay? And you can't take a lot of damage, which is fine, but you could easily run out of power points, and then you're stuck trying to use up all your power points just doing an attack. Okay, so this is a growing out fight because of that. But we win that fight, we move on to Mount Moon. Mount Moon's nothing very trivial, and everything in here is trivial. It's just about getting experience at this point. Very few things can hurt us, but it's about managing our power points. Now, I'm going to explain something that I did not know. So if you see, I added the move Bide. So we also have a move that I have not showcased very much right now, but it's called Confuse Ray. Confuse Ray, here's what's good about Confuse Ray mixed with Bide. When you initiate Bide, this is what I thought Bide did. I thought Bide just dealt back all the damage you received. So if I do Bide to someone and they hit me, I thought it just dealt back the damage I did. Bide does not do that. Bide actually deals back all the damage they do. So if they are confused and you initiate Bide and they hurt themselves in that confusion, that damage will be done to them as well as the damage that's done to you. So I did not know that in the past. So that's actually a very good strategic thing I've done with this Pokemon. In this game, you'll see it when it happens. But that strategically was a very good tactic that I was able to use in this playthrough. Is I was able to confuse the opposition. I'm going here because I want the Ether. I don't need the Mega Punch. You can't use Mega Punch anyway. But that was a very, I would say it's a very clever strategy you can use. See, right now, I think am I doing it right now? No, I'm not. Okay. I'm just confusing them for the heck of it. Now, later in the game is when I learned this. I did it a couple battles after this, and that's when I learned, like, oh, I can use Confusion, and then use Bide, and then if they hurt themselves, and I can't, like, do any attack or whatever, I can still get damage done to them. Even though I'm immune to their attack, I can still hurt them with Bide, if they're confused. That is a very big part of that. They have to be confused to do that. So moving on. Gonna heal. Eradicate can't hurt me here, so there's no point in not fighting this, just getting free experience. And get the knockout, very good. Moving on. And I hate the wild encounters. I wish there was a way to get some kind of repels here. The repels would make this much faster. Just like Rock Tunnels is very fast now when you use repels. And now we're taking on one more trainer here. So let's see if I have enough power points. We do. And we're taking on the super duper nerd who does not want to share his fun little dinosaur fossils that he found. So Nightshade is in pretty much a 2-shot with it now right here. So here's where I'm using Bide because I ran out of power points. So confused, and I use Bide. Now this is where I learned this. So he hit himself. He did not hit me. He hit himself in Bide, and the damage went back to him. He went hit himself in confusion, and when Bide was initiated, all the damage he does, period, is what's done. So that's a very interesting, something I did not know. So we're at 16 minutes. Okay, we're going into Misty's gym. And Misty's gym is not going to be super hard because everything here could be a 2-shot, except for Misty. And I'll go over the tactic with Misty here in a minute. I'm trying to conserve a little bit of power points here because I don't want to go back and keep healing and healing and healing. So let's get this girl knocked out. She has a Goldeen. Goldeen can hit us with Peck. It actually does a lot of damage. So now we're moving on to Misty. Misty can be tough. She can be tough. However, we should outspeed. So we're going to start with Confusion. Very good. This is the hope that she can actually hurt herself. Nightshade is a 2-shot, so we get the knockout. Now, we come out with Starmie. We level up. Starmie comes out. We throw Confusion out there. Confusion is actually 100% accurate. Believe it or not. It's actually 100% accurate. Okay, now I'm going to go with Bide. Now, this is where I learned a little bit more about how Bide actually works. Bide is great because it actually can do a lot of damage to itself. Now, that was a 4-turn Bide. 3 turns, then the 4th turn is an attack. That was like, I was so irritated with that. I'm like, that never happens. If it had just, Bide would just release its energy, I would have won that battle, no doubt. That's why I went right into the battle again. Because it was just a little bit of luck on Misty's part. So we come out, and we start off with same exact tactic, Confuse Ray, go for Nightshade, Confuse again. She hurts herself, and we get the knockout. Very good. We have 39 hit points. Starmie comes out. We want to do the same exact thing. Now, Starmie does outspeed us. Okay? I'm going to go for Nightshade. We do a little bit of damage there. We might be able to knock her out in 1 more hits. It's all about Water Gun. Okay, so Misty has kind of a hybrid AI. She's supposed to have good AI, but she also just doesn't do her most powerful attack. It's kind of roll the dice. She'll roll the dice of moves that are supposed, quote unquote, effective. That's what it is. So right there, she went for Water Gun 3 times. If she went for Bubble Beam, she would have beat me. So we get the win. I'm not going to be too particular. And now we face our 3rd rival fight. Our 3rd rival fight kind of goes the same as the 2nd and 1st rival fight. There's not a lot that he can do against us, especially with Pidgeotto. Okay, Confuse Ray. And then Nightshade. So it hurt itself a little bit. And Nightshade will knock it out. It goes quicker. It's quick attack. Okay. So get the knockout against Pidgeotto. Abra comes out. Abra will be a very quick battle. I can't use Lick against it. It is immune to Lick, so I have to use Nightshade. Same with Normal type. For some reason, the Lick can't hit Normal type Pokemon. Doesn't make sense. I guess they can't hit each other. Maybe that's what it is. And Nightshade's a knockout. Very good. So 3 up, 3 down, and now we have our 4th. So Charmander does Ember. And I'm going to do Lick. See how much damage it does. Doesn't do a lot at all. I'm going to do Lick again. Hoping to get it paralyzed, I guess. I guess that's my tactic here. I don't know why I did this. I should have just used Nightshade. We're going to have to go back and heal probably anyway, so. And we finally get the paralyze we were looking for. Doesn't matter. We get the knockout. We beat our 4th rival fight. And now we're on to Nugget Bridge. And my transitions are usually a lot faster than this. Sorry about that. Between scenes. So you're looking at, just so everyone knows, I usually play this at 4 times speed. Okay? So I play it at 4 times speed. And then when it's minuscule battles like these things right here, I double that speed just to get through the game. I usually don't show these things. I haven't in the past, but this is something I'm doing to make sure everyone sees a little bit more of the gameplay and transparency of what the gameplay does. And, this not just showing the landmark fights. I want to show the in-between fights because there are some Pokemon where the in-between fights are tough. One I can think of right off the top of my head is if you've ever watched my Bulbasaur playthrough, the in-between battles between your landmark fights were not the easiest. So we are progressing through Nugget Bridge right now. And getting through Nugget Bridge, we're hoping they do an attack. There we go. And Nugget Bridge is just tedious. It can be kind of tough when you're playing through with like multiple Pokemon, because right now all the experience we were getting is allocated to one Pokemon. So that's experience management. Is all of it goes to one Pokemon, and we evolve into Haunter. Whereas when you have a team of like 4 or 5 or even 6 Pokemon, I don't know why you have 6 Pokemon this early. But 4, 5, or 6 Pokemon, you're allocating that experience evenly. That's why I have to fight more battles when you have a whole team, because you gotta get all the experience for everyone to evolve, not just one Pokemon. With this, we can use one Pokemon to get everyone evolved, so it's pretty nice. Okay, so now we're progressing through to get to Bill's house. We're still showing that nothing can hit us. The hiker here can't hit us, can't do any damage to us at all. And this trainer here, she can't do any damage to us either. We can use Confuse Ray. She can't do anything unless she has Poison Sting. I think Nidoran female may have Poison Sting. Yeah, she does. So she did 1 whopping damage to us. Oh my god, what do we do? So now we get this hiker, and all this right now is, like I said, the middle part. This part of the game is the hardest for this Pokemon. And it's the hardest not because of anything other than we have to mitigate our power points and make sure we can get through and not run out of power points to get through battles. That's the biggest part of this game. So right now it's not load management, it's PP management. I gotta manage my PP so it can last. through the battles and progress through the game. And here soon we're gonna get some battles or some moves, and it's an afterthought. It doesn't matter anymore about those battles. So here soon it's not going to be that big a deal. But until then, we have to manage that. So here we're going to go ahead and do escape room. Oh, escape rope, not escape room. Okay, so confuse ray. I'm going to use bide. If it hurts itself in confusion, that's what we're trying to hope for here. Come on. Okay, it didn't hurt itself in confusion. All right, and 2 more. And it's 2 hit, but like I said, we're using up a lot of power points here. And then we got my favorite NPC. We got a Spear Row, take it to 0. Actually, take itself to 0. Let's see it take itself to 0. There we go. And we also have Eradicate that we eradicate. And now we're on to the SSN. There's nothing really on the SSN we need other than a rare candy. But we have our rival fight. Our rival is rival 5. And this rival fight is not very difficult. It's rival 4. It's not very difficult. It's very trivial. Okay. And this is why I started using more of the confusion tactics, just to get it to hurt itself more. And we get to knock out on Pidgeotto, very good. Eradicate comes out. Sniffer sends out Eradicate. Nightshade is a 2-shot, very good. Kadabra is a 2-shot, very good. We took a little bit of damage. We are weak to Psychic. So we are weak to Psychic in this game. It's actually a coding error. We're not actually weak to Psychic, it's just a coding error. But we beat our rival pretty handily, and now we're moving on to Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge is very important to this playthrough, because Lieutenant Surge gives us our first real good move. So here, Lieutenant Surge will send out Voltrobe. We send out we send out Haunter. We hit Hypnosis, alright? And Hypnosis is, after playing through the Hypnosis tactics, I don't like anymore. I'll explain that near the end of the game. So Lick gets the knockout. We have 69 experience points. Just realize that. Nice. Pikachu comes out. We Hypnosis Pikachu. Put him to sleep. Lick will be a 3-shot. And then 1 more Lick. Very good. And now Fart is does Fart level up? Oh, we still have 69 experience points. Nice. So we're going to try to put Raichu to sleep. Now, here's the thing. Here's the issue about Hypnosis. Hypnosis is not very accurate. It's like 60% accurate. So a lot of strategies I used late in this game relied upon that, and in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone for different tactics. Hindsight is 20/20. It is what it is. However, it's working right now. I mean, it's working now. Like, you're putting people to sleep and you're doing that. Pokemon to sleep. And so we're putting people to sleep. And I'm just, again, this is still about move management. We got rid of Bide, and we added Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt wouldn't do very well against grass-type Pokemon there, so that's why I'm not using it. However, Thunderbolt is I believe it's a 90 or 95 base power move. 90 or 95 base power move. Woo! Yeah, Thunderbolt's 95 base power move, 100% accurate. So with our special, that means we can get the full out of that. We're not going to get stab or anything. It's still not a stab move. But we can get a lot out of it because of our type. Or because of our stats. Our stats do very well with special-based Pokemon. Or special-based moves, I should say. So now we're in Rock Tunnel. Rock Tunnel really isn't too difficult. The only Pokemon that usually give us trouble are like the Slowpokes and the Geodudes. The exploding Geodudes. We don't exactly have that issue right now. We don't have that issue at all. We have a couple of Venusaur or grass Pokemon we gotta face, but we're kind of immune to their moves. They don't do much to us. Like, if we did Vine Whip would do nothing when it comes to damage. So, that's all we're doing right now is just trying to get through Rock Tunnel. And there's not a lot of things here. You just got to make sure we have enough power points to get through some of the battles. And here we are to get to the Exploding Hiker. I named him Boomer. Okay, so Geodude explodes. That doesn't do any damage to us. 1 more. And I would like to just explode and save me the power points, but it is what it is. So now I gotta get another Ether to get through this next part of the game. We have like 1 more battle we have to do to get out of Rock Tunnel. And that's against this junior trainer. Thunderbolt, that stupid Meowth. Oddish. Really looks odd, doesn't it? A little oddish. And then Pidgey. 3 shot, 3 up, 3 down. Knockout, very easy. So now we've progressed to the next part of the game, which is Misty's Gym. We have added 2 moves, and one is Psychic and one is Dream Eater. They're both Psychic-based moves. Okay? We don't get stab out of either one of those. They're not ghost type. However, it doesn't matter. These moves are so effective. We're one-shotting everything. Now we're facing Erica. Erica has grass poison type Pokemon, so she has a double whammy against us. Victory Bell, we're at level 33. It's actually one of the closer levels I've been at facing Erica in a long time. I'm usually like 5 or 6 levels, or way more levels higher than this. So Tangela is not very. It's very good defensively, but it can't do anything to us anyway. And Vileplume is the final one. Is it a one shot? It is not a one shot. She hangs on pretty well. However, I hit the wrong button there, didn't I? Thunderbolt. Oh, we need one more. It ain't gonna do much. Look at Petal Dance. That's his most powerful attack. So it didn't do anything to us. We get the win. We move on. And I'm actually showing this. I'm not skipping ahead to it. I'll show you exactly what we do next. We quickly go. I think we go. No, we don't. Okay, I was gonna say we might go heal just to make sure we have enough power points, but we're not going to. So we're gonna use Thunderbolt. One hit knockout. Thunderbolt. One hit knockout. Very good. Hit the button in here. Go and get a PP up. Go and get that PP up to Fart for Psychic. Give it some more power points. It's going to be a move we have till the end of the game, so I might as well. Now we're progressing here. HP up. It's not important, but it's good to sell. Takes 2 seconds to get it. So this Pokemon, Thunderbolt, one hit knockout. Thunderbolt, one hit knockout, and we get the win there. So now we're basically just trying to get to Giovanni. I don't use the Pokédoll glitch here. Now, a lot of YouTubers will use the Pokédoll glitch here. The Pokédoll glitch, if you don't know, is you can buy a Pokédoll. And instead of having to go through this part of the mission, or part of the game, you go to Sylph Scope, or get a Sylph Scope, so you can see the ghost Pokemon as Marowak in Pokemon Tower. What you can do is buy a Pokédoll, and when it comes out, throw it, and it makes it so you can skip over all these battles in here. Now, again, it's not that many battles. It's really like 6 battles. I think it's like 6. One of the guy get it in there. One of the guy with the that has the key. These 2, and then Giovanni. So I think it's like 5. So it's 5 battles you got to deal with. It's not a big deal. It's not all that much experience points. However, I think it's part of the game, so I play through it. So he brings out Onyx. We should be one-shotting his entire team. Psychic, one-hit knockout, very good. Rhyhorn, one-hit knockout, very good. And the last but not least, Kangaskhan, which again, I cannot wait to play through with Kangaskhan. Thunderbolt is a one-hit knockout. So good morning, good evening, good night, struck out the side. Supreme victory. And now we're facing our rival. Our rival is way under-leveled right now. I'm pretty sure the game they designed it so that you would come out of Rock Tunnel and immediately go into Pokemon Tower and fight your rival. But yeah, that's not what people do because people know it. So we knock out the first Pokemon, no issue. It's a flying type. We have Thunder Punch or Thunderbolt. What do you expect? So Execute's weird because it's a Psychic Grass type, so it's not having super effectiveness done to it by our Psychic. So Thunderbolt on the Gyarados, very good. Get the one-hit knockout. Kadabra comes out. And Kadabra Thunderbolt is a one-hit, very good. It's actually amazing because it has high special defense. And then Thunderbolt on the Charmeleon. So my whole fear in Fart is evolving into Gengar. So it's Genfart. Genfart. So now we're at Koga's gym. Now I'm going to go ahead and let these fights play out while I continue to talk about why it didn't matter what rival I chose. So as you just saw there, Charmeleon went down in one shot to a Thunderbolt. Doesn't matter. If that was Squirtle, it would have happened too. And if it was Venusaur, I'd have just used Psychic. So it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered at all. So it is what it is. So we're trying to get through the trainers in here. And like I said, I've always said this. Koga's gym is weird. It's not Psychic. It's not Poison type. They use a lot of Psychic Pokemon. And we're Ghost types. So that was the only fear I had. I do not fear Koga at all. The Psychic is going to knock him out. I don't know if we're going to get a one-shot on all of them, but it is weak to us. Okay, we don't get a one-shot on the Muck. Okay, but we get the knockout on a 2-hit knockout. The Coughing should be a 1-hit. And either we're going to use Psychic twice, or we're going to use Psychic and it's going to blow itself up. Nope, X attack. So it can blow itself up faster. That's what it's for. We beat Koga. We get the badge. and we move on to our 6th rival fight. So rival number 6 is usually one of the tougher rivals in the game, because at this point in the game, the rival actually has a lot of Pokemon that are evolved. They have slightly better moves. So Thunderbolt's a one-shot on the Pidgeot. That's very good. He sends out an Execute. Now, Execute has not been easy. Okay? So that's why I've been going for Dream Eater. Dream Eater is a little bit more powerful against him than Psychic would be. Psychic is 90 base power move. Dream Eater is 100 base power. So it's slightly better. Okay? Gyarados comes out. This is a no-brainer. Thunderbolt. It's a one-shot. Very good. So we level up to level 42. We don't use the badge boost. That level did nothing to us. Now, this is the problem. Alakazam. Alakazam, we are weak to. And if he gets off a Psychic, he could actually just one-shot us. Okay? He could just one-shot us, and then Thunderbolt is a one-shot. Oh, no, it's not. It's a two-shot, though. Very good, though. We got this done in one try. We dominated him pretty well. And look at our time. We're at 47 minutes. And so my goal with this was to try to get this done under an hour. Okay? I think it's a Pokemon with optimization I could probably do in an hour. And probably use a different tactic than I use, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. So did we just no, we did not one-shot his entire team. Nidoqueen is a little bit bulky. So she tanks a move. And now we're on to Blaine. I know I've cut out a lot of the extra stuff in here, but the other things are just trivial. You don't want to see a bunch of one-shots. But I do need to show the one-shots on major battles. Okay? So Psychic's a two-shot on the Growlithe. Sends out Ponyta. Two-shot. It is a two-shot. Now, Retroactive Potion. So we get the knockout on a two-shot. Rapidash comes out. Rapidash, it's going to be a two-shot. Now, we don't like Fire Spin at all. And he heals. Twice. So Fire Spin sucks. It's the worst move ever. I hate it. We do get a critical hit, though, and get the knockout. So now we're on to Arcanine with pretty much full health. Arcanine not going to do much. It has Ember. Fire Blast can do a lot, but we have high special, so that's why I prevented it from doing a lot of damage to us. So now we move on to Sabrina. Sabrina is the one gym that can be very tricky for us. It's the one thing we're weak to. We're weak to Psychic. So Psychic, well, we're not weak to Psychic, but basically because of the glitch in the game, Psychic does a lot to Ghosts. So Thunderbolt is not a one-shot. Look how much Psybeam does. Psybeam does 3/4. So yeah, we're going to have to do a little something to counter this. So what I'm going to try to do is use use Hypnosis. And try to replenish some more health. Dream Eater will do a little bit of health. It's not 69, nice. But it'll do enough that we can get through that. And then hopefully, if we can do the same thing to the Venomoth. Psybeam, it takes us down again. So kind of not worth it. It almost knocks us out. And Thunderbolt would be a one-shot if we just did Thunderbolt. And this is why I hate Hypnosis strategies anymore. Because we relied so much upon that. Now, we did a one-shot. Now, if we'd have just gotten that, we'd be at full health and be able to tank one of Alakazam's hits. But because we get a chance here, okay, Dream Eater doesn't do a lot. It does not do a lot. Basically, like not even a quarter, maybe 20%. That's how much damage it's doing. So Thunderbolt, do we get one more? This is lucky. I'll admit, this is straight up a lucky strategy. We got very lucky there. If Sleep would have been if Hypnosis would have been a little bit more reliable, maybe have a different outcome. But we got lucky there. I'm gonna say we got lucky. So you're gonna see that a lot of our fights were lucky. If you look at Misty, we lost the first battle against her, and in the second battle we had a little bit of health less and we won. This trainer, Sabrina, same exact thing. Sabrina and her whip. I forgot to say that whenever it was done. Oh well. Giovanni and his Widow's Peak. I guess that's what I'll call it. Giovanni and his Widow's Peak. That's what I'll say instead of that. So, bring out Giovanni. One shot on his Rhyhorn. Very good. Moving on, Doug Trio. Doug Trio will also be a one shot. Very good. Moving on. Fart levels up to 49. Very nice. Nidoqueen comes out. Psychic is a one shot because I don't know why it wasn't a one shot before, but she's a one shot. It'll be a one shot on the Nidoking as well because they're ground poison. Now, Rhydon should be a one shot. Oh, no, it's not. However, we outspeed, so Fissure does nothing, and it's a two-shot. So Giovanni, all three Giovannis have been very simple. They have not been tricky at all. So now we're facing our rival. Our rival has a bunch of fully evolved Pokemon. This is also another one of the hardest battles in the game. So Pidgeot's not going to be an issue. Pidgeot will very easily be knocked out by Thunderbolt. But it's got a Execute and it's got a Kadabra. an Alakazam that is detrimentally, like, it's just detrimental to us. Okay, so Hypnosis. I'm trying to make sure we can get through this stupid Pokemon. I accidentally double-clicked Hypnosis again. So we skip a whole turn. We could have this thing knocked out by now. And we have one more Psychic. Very good. Knocks out the execute. So 3 up, 3 down. Now we have Gyarados is going to be a one-shot with Thunderbolt. Now we have Alakazam. Alakazam is not going to be a one-shot. It's going to be at least a 3-shot. Psychic does so much damage. And now we have Charizard come out. So if we don't one-shot the Charizard, we lose this battle. Okay? So to be precautionary, I don't know why I'm going for this tactic, to be honest with you. Flamethrower does a little bit of damage, but not a lot. But it did just nerf my attack. However, because we have a Thunderbolt, it is super effective against Charizard because he's flying type. So now we're in the Elite Four. The Elite Four is where I realized my strategy was not very good. Lorelai's different. Lorelai doesn't have these issues. Thunderbolt will pretty much sweep most of her team. So there's 2 up, 2 down. And then you have Slowbro. Thunderbolt will knock it out in 1 hit. Jinx is going to be a question mark here. So if she does Ice Punch, she can freeze us. I think she actually might have. This might be my second playthrough. My second actual play. But because of that luck, quote unquote, I'll quote it as air quote, luck by Jinx, that 1 in whatever chance she gets to freeze, we get the win against Lorelai pretty handily. Now we move on to Bruno. I'm not even going to slow down the battle. Actually, I do. Because Bruno... no, I don't. Psychic will one-shot his entire team. Psychic on the Onix, one-shot knockout. On the Hitmonchan, one-shot knockout. On the Hitmonlee, one-shot knockout. Very good. On the Onix, again, one-hit knockout. Very good. And the last one, Psychic on the Machamp. Is it a one-shot? Machamp's pretty bulky. It is a one-shot. So sweep the entire team. And now we move on to Agatha. I thought Agatha would be a bigger issue than she was. And you're going to find out why here in 2 seconds. We have Psychic. That's the solution to this whole problem. We have Psychic. Ghost types are weak to Psychic in Generation 1. They're not actually supposed to be. Ooh, we just barely don't knock her out. But it's okay. It's a 2-shot, which means the Golbat should be a 1-shot. And when she pulls out Haunter should be a 1-shot with Psychic, right? Right? Yeah, right, okay. Then we have Arbok come out. Arbok, it doesn't matter. Psychic or Thunderbolt would probably knock it out in 1 hit. And then the final Gengar. The first Gengar was not a 1-shot, and neither is this one. Hyperactive Super Potion, or Retroactive Super Potion. We get the knockout. We take no damage. Level 66. And we're moving on to Lance. Lance is Dragon-type Pokemon. So the first Pokemon is not going to be an issue at all. Okay? And also, neither the other Pokemon. So, Thunderbolt is a 1-hit knockout. And the rest of the Pokemon will just be me doing Psychic and them doing either Potions or Agility. Because they're going to see me as a Ghost type, so they're going to think, oh, you're a Ghost type. Agility would work super effective against you. So they're just going to keep doing Agility. Okay, so it's a little bit of it's a good AI at its best right now. You can't undo it unless you play. I think in Pokemon Yellow they did undo. They did remove good AI from these battles to make them a little bit harder. Because even if you're randomizing, it's better than good AI. Because good AI will say you're never going to do this move no matter what. So we can avoid that altogether. In Generation Yellow, they just randomize your moves automatically all the time. So now we have the champion fight. So about 1 hour and 5 minutes. We didn't quite get to our under an hour, but we are going to have some issues with the champion here. I think I show all the issues I have with champion. So Pidgeot comes out. We throw out a Thunderbolt. We should throw out a Thunderbolt. There we go. And that's a 1-shot. Very good. Now Alakazam comes out. Alakazam is going to be tricky because we can't 1-shot it. Psychic's going to do a lot of damage. And as long as we can get it knocked out, and it does a full restore, which is awesome. So he did more than half damage to us. So another Psychic, or I guess Psybeam, would knock us out. So if we just got this Pokemon knocked out, I think we can mitigate. Yeah, we get knocked out here. So the problem is the second Pokemon is Psychic. And Psychic is a 2-shot on us. Psybeam is not a 2-shot. It's close to it, but it's not. So, yeah, that's the problem we're having right now. Is we got to get past this Alakazam somehow. And so, we either got to try the strategy again, or we got to adapt a new one. So, let's see what we do here. Pidgeot is an obvious no one shot. Don't even think about it. Do it. Move it on. And now we're facing the problem child, which is Alakazam. Alakazam, like I said, is Psychic. So we're going to try for Hypnosis, which is an unreliable strategy. Okay, we're down to below half health. We're in yellow. We get the Paralyze, or we get the Sleep, which is good. 3 meter. 3 meter doesn't do squat to this Pokemon. We're going to do one more and see if we can do a little bit more. But our health does not get that high. We're not, like, it's not gaining anything out of it. So the best bet we have is that we can knock it out with Thunderbolt. And it gets a Psybeam off. And the Psybeam knocks us out because it's super effective. Not going well. So I got to come up with a new strategy. I have other moves if I need it. I don't really, well, let me rephrase it. I have one move, I think. I think it's this Mimic. So Mimic ain't going to help me out very much. What am I going to do? Mimic, what, Psychic or Recover? Or Psybeam? Psybeam's worth, like, not as good as Psychic. And I have Psychic on my moveset. It's just not going to do anything because it's the same type. So we're going to try this again. Thunderbolt. This is the constant, so keep that going. Okay. Now he brings out Alakazam again. And we just got to think to ourselves. The only thing I can think of is we have to rely on tactics. We cannot use Dream Eater. We got to put it to sleep and go for Thunderbolt. Don't let him up his defense. Now we get a critical, which is, I think it's the reason why we're going to win this battle, is because we get a critical. Okay, now Rhydon comes out. This is what I was going to do is after consoling with myself, I was going to just do Sleep or Hypnosis and Dream Eater on the Rhydon and then replenish my health that way. So Thunderbolt is going to be looks like it's going to be just under a 3-shot, so about a 4-shot. Psychic does a little bit more. But either way, it's going to take at least 2 more hits to knock out this Pokemon. And I don't want to execute to put me to sleep. That's why I keep using Hypnosis. But like I said, Hypnosis, any kind of sleeping tactic is not reliable. It's just not unless you have Spore. If you have Spore, it's 100% amazing because it's 100% accurate. Okay? Hypnosis is not. Hypnosis is not that accurate. I think you get Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder is a lot more accurate than Hypnosis. Okay? So Fire Blast doesn't do nothing to us. We just need one more hit. Knock it out very good. We knocked out the Gyarados too in one hit. So that's we knock out. We beat the champion. We had to do it at level 68. And I'm just clicking through, try to get this done as fast as possible. So I played through with this, and I actually felt there's a lot of struggles with this Pokemon. So I'm going to pause this. So yeah, 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 9 seconds. Not a bad time at all. Played straight through. 4 times speed. And I think this is one of the times where I sat down and just actually played straight through and didn't stop. So if you look at the play time and you divide that by 4, that is pretty close to the actual time I played through as. Might have paused, used the bathroom or something, that's it. A lot of times I'll pause and I'll leave the game open on accident and it racks up some time. But in this case, this is one of the few times where I just sat down, played it through, got it done in like less than like an hour and a half, an hour or 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever. And just got done. Just got done like one afternoon or one evening or one morning or whatever. So all in all, what are my thoughts of this playthrough? Well, I think if you optimized it, if I optimize this run, I could probably get through this run in less than an hour. Maybe. I gotta think of how to shave off 8 minutes. If I didn't fight the second rival fight, that might shave off some time. I think if I wasn't relying upon Hypnosis strategies, I probably could save some time. So, but honestly, with this Pokemon, you don't have a lot of choices. You have, like I said, you have Hypnosis, you have Dream Eater, and you have Mega Drain, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Psychic, and that's it. You don't have anything else move-wise. So you're very limited. So you're kind of pigeonholed into using this tactic. And I think that's part of the downfall of this Pokemon, of why I didn't end up getting it under an hour, is throughout the game we were coming across a lot of those issues where that strategy was not working. It's not that it can't work, it's just that Hypnosis is really 60% accurate. And Dream Eater is not considered Ghost type, it's Psychic, so I think it would do way more damage with that. So, all in all though, I'm very happy with the playthrough. I really much so enjoyed it. I've never played through a Gastly before, Haunter or Gengar, so it really was enjoyable. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget that this coming Monday, like 4 days from today, 3 days. 3 days from today, 4 days, whatever. We have another prediction video. And the prediction is for Onyx. Onyx is not going to be a fun playthrough at all. I haven't even started it yet. Because I know it's going to be some grinding to it. It's going to be the first gym's going to be some grind. You got Misty Gym. It's going to be a pain in the butt. So, yeah. But all in all, really enjoyed the playthrough. I want to thank everyone for watching. Check out my other videos on my channel. And like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. Everyone have a good one. See ya.